Dear viewers, welcome back to the Covee channel. We invite you to look at the world through the eyes of a virus. Welcome back, Covee. How are you?
Hi. Surviving.
We are glad that you're surviving. Well, we shall continue today with our little series on Bernd's questions. 2000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote a book, or rather a series of booklets called Meditations. They're based on 3 rules of life. Today we shall deal with the second one, and as Bernd put it, only desire what's inside your control. Bernd says, he asks in a rather long question, well, it's clear that most things in life are outside of our control. For example, you, Covee. But we people also have to take action, which means to take responsibility for ourselves. However, the results of our actions may look like we have to accept them. Thinking about the victims of this massive crisis, it seems hard to accept that our actions may fail. So I ask you, as the enemy, do you see any possibility to continue in a good relationship after this first blind date?
Here we go. Let me ask you a question. Do you happen to have your WDICI on you?
W what?
Your WDICI. Your what do I control indicator.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I don't have one.
Yeah, that's too bad. So then how do you find out what you control and what you don't control? You believe in magic?
Magic? No.
So that's out.
Okay, let's go back to Bernd's question.
Okay.
He refers to a rule of life of the Stoics. The Stoics was a school of philosophy in ancient Greece. Now, they come to the conclusion that nothing outside you is under your control, and the only thing you can do is to do moral good and avoid moral evil.
What is this moral?
Are you okay, Covee?
Yeah, well, I don't know. So what about this moral?
Well, that's a very difficult question, and for hundreds of years, people have been thinking about that, and there are volume after volume written about moral. But to put it in short, to simplify it, it's about principles that concern right and wrong or good and bad behavior.
Good and bad for whom? I need time to digest this, please. Really, it reminds me a bit of this common good thing I think we will have next time. So maybe we'll discuss this next time, I suggest. And also because there is another word which I'm very intrigued in. It is called desire. So does Marcus Aurelius really say that we should not desire anything outside ourselves? So with the exception, of course, of these moral principles?
Basically, yes, that's what he says.
So what about SFSC?
SF what?
SFSC. Sex, food, shelter, and company. Isn't that what you folks need?
Well, it seems like some people can do without the first one, at least, for some time. But in a sense, you're right.
It's really sometimes very tricky to know your host. Who on earth would tell you that you should not desire what you need for your survival? Sometimes I really don't get you.
Yeah, but can we go back to Bernd's question?
Well, of course, Bernd, you may have noticed that your second question stands a bit on rather shaky feet. Bernd, we have a fight. and this is absolutely normal in life. If you and your friends want to get excited about it, it's your choice. I don't. What do you gain if you don't look with peaceful and unexcited eyes at me? Is anxiety creeping in here? What does matter? Is it the way you see me that makes yourself anxious? Is this in the way of a relationship? Only you can know. I will leave you with a question though. Do things themselves change if you get excited about them?
Well, thank you, Covee, for the question, but time is up again. Dear viewers, it's time to say goodbye. Subscribe to the channel and push the bell icon to be notified about our next interviews. Give us a like and share the videos. Next week, we shall talk about the third rule of life of Marcus Aurelius. And as Bernd put it, act for the common good. Bye-bye, Covee.
Bye, and thanks, Bernd, for your questions. Great stuff. And to all, keep out of trouble.